There it is, that beautiful sound. This piano, again, we've spoken about that in other videos, about the touch, about the features. Right now I'm going to talk to you about the sound. Along with the action, the sound on this instrument is probably what's the most revolutionary thing about it. Roland pioneered back in the day sampling technology, and that's been the norm for digital pianos for quite a long time now. They pioneered multi-sampling, stereo sampling. Roland were always the innovators in this technology. So the technology was with sampling to actually record a real piano, and they started that many years ago. And look, it worked pretty well. As memory components and computer components became less expensive, they were able to put higher quality recordings in, and it's progressed at quite a rate over a number of years, and it's got to a point where it's generally accepted that that sounds great, it works pretty well. Roland don't look just that far. They've looked further again, and there are limitations to sampling technology such that the piano is playing back a recording of a good piano and a good recording on the more expensive models, and it works pretty well. But what happens is when you play back a recording, it'll play back different recordings for depending on how hard you hit the keys. But that's sort of about it. There'll be harmonics, there'll be resonance that's been recorded, but all these elements have been recorded. So when you do certain things on a piano, it plays back a recording of what happens generally in that instance. And it sounds good. With this, you have supernatural modelling technology. There are no samples in the piano. There's no recordings of a real piano in this instrument. They have created in a computer what you could call a virtual piano. Don't ask me how they've done it. All I know is that the engineers of Roland have spent many years getting this technology to the point that it's at now. And I think they've just broken new ground. It's become so realistic and so involving to play that you really are starting to even better a lot of acoustic pianos, in the mid-range and even up in some of the more expensive models. It's quite staggering how good it is. You can hear it on the video and it sounds pretty impressive, but come in and have a play and feel it for yourself, and you'll get to see how good it really is. So let's talk about this technology. So what they've done, they've built a virtual piano in a computer. And now you might ask why they've done that. Well, instead of just playing back the recordings, there's behaviour that happens in a real piano that can't always just be recorded because it might happen differently depending on exactly how you play it. So what they've done with this is the piano's creating the sound by playing a virtual hammer, by playing a virtual string with a certain type of wool in the hammer with certain specifications that they've designed inside the piano. And it creates that. So all the parameters are variable. They can actually make the piano behave in the way that it's meant to behave on a real piano, depending on what you do on here. So if I play some notes and just hold them down, it will sustain and it won't go around in circles. It will decay like a real piano. There might be hammer noise, there might be sympathetic resonance, a whole bunch of things going on, but they're not always going to be the same. They're going to be different depending on what you do on a piano. It's not playing back a recording of harmonics, it's not playing back a recording of this. It's completely different each time depending on what you do. So this gives you, in essence, realism. It gives you the ability to immerse yourself in the sound, and the piano gives back like a really good acoustic piano does. And that's what makes this pretty groundbreaking. It's not a matter of going, yes, it's a good piano, it sounds nice, I'm enjoying this, which most digital pianos do. It actually takes it a step further and it involves you in it. With that feature as well is a limitation that you'll find on a lot of other digital pianos, and that's what's called polyphony. So polyphony is the number of notes that the sound generator or tone generator can play at any one given moment. So a lot of the decent ones these days up to 256 or 192. Well, there wasn't enough for Roland. It's unlimited. There's unlimited polyphony. You can play on these supernatural modelling sounds. You can play, you can hold down, every note, whatever. It's just go silly on it. It's not going to run out of notes. You can hold down the pedal. So it's very, very powerful sound engine in the piano. So that makes it incredibly flexible. You might say flexible, why am I going to need to play that many notes? Well, it's not just the notes that are being played, it's all the elements of the note. Everything that comes on a real concert grand is being created on this in real time. No recordings, it's in real time. So I'm going to show you some of those 4 pianos again. The concert piano is the first one, and that's probably the sort of big, bold one. Still can't get over how it actually just sounds like a real piano when you hold down chords. It's pretty amazing. Concert piano. Now these pianos are all uniquely individual, so they have different characteristics. They give you a different vibe when you're playing them. This is the ballad piano. You just hear all those harmonics going on. Then we also have the mellow piano, which is very rich and dark. Just listen to that. It just keeps going. It's awesome. And we have a really, nice bright piano which you can play some blues or jazz on. A lot of fun, a great piano. Just wanted to finish up by saying as well that what we've been listening to, everything I've been speaking about with this sound is in the whole range, all 4 models. The same piano sounds, the same supernatural modelling. LX-17, LX-7, HP605, HP603, all 4 same technology. Fantastic pianos. See you next time. We've got some great technology. Roland, world first in digital piano technology now, have introduced Bluetooth technology across models in the new HP and LX range. So